Sadly, Watt has given us the trick, not the treat. Hi everyone, I'm Jacob, I'm the CowHatLibrarian, and I've got one tonight that I was really looking forward to. If you've watched this channel for a bit, you'll know that I'm a fan of Mélanie Watt, particularly of her Scaredy Squirrel books and the newer line of Scaredy Squirrel graphic novel style books, the Scaredy's Nutty Adventure series. When I found out she was going to be releasing a new Halloween themed one, I was excited. I put a hold on it as soon as it was available in my library's collection, and it came in recently. And it is Scaredy Squirrel Scared Silly. Now, there was previously a Scaredy Squirrel Halloween book, but it was written as sort of a how-to guide from Scaredy Squirrel how to celebrate the holidays safely, not one of the typical Scaredy Squirrel books. So I was really excited to see what Watt's take on Halloween would be, particularly in this new style of Scaredy Squirrel book. And unfortunately, the results are kind of mixed. As the story starts, Scaredy talks about how he likes to prepare for Halloween and the things he likes to do for it, and all the things you can do to make Halloween fun and friendly and so on. And one by one, his friends show up, and they want to do Halloween stuff, and Scaredy has them do it in his particular way, carrying pepperoni sticks as a protective measure, and having garlic candy to scare off vampires, and planning ways to carve pumpkins as safely as humanly or squirrely possible. And after they go through their costumes and everything else, they eventually head out trick-or-treating with a whole bunch of extra stuff to keep them safe, and they end up going through the neighborhood. And that's sort of it. I still like the look of these graphic novel style Scaredy Squirrels, but the plot of this one is simply A happens, B happens, C happens, the end. It doesn't feel like there's ever any real conflict, even on Scaredy's level of conflict. Stuff that intimidates and scares Scaredy that wouldn't be that bad for most average people. Even that really isn't present here. Scaredy's friends just sort of show up and go, oh, Scaredy's being Scaredy to pretty much everything. And there's not a lot there. There's not a lot of witty banter. There's not a lot of back and forth between them that's entertaining. I kept waiting for something to happen, and it never did. In some ways, this Scaredy Squirrel book reminds me of modern stories in Archie comics, where there's a series of events, but no conflict, no payoff, and the story just sort of peters out, and it happens again here. And it's really disappointing. These Nutty Adventures felt like a fresh start for Scaredy Squirrel, a way for Watt to explore a new medium and a new format for this beloved character, rightfully beloved. And the first two I thought were really fun. But last year's Christmas themed one and this Halloween themed one just didn't have enough there. Even Scaredy Squirrel's signature move, when all things are going horribly bad, to play dead. It's always hilarious in the Scaredy Squirrel books. But in this book, they're running away from a black cat. They run through a whole bunch of decorations in the neighborhood. They bump into a witch's cauldron and play dead. And they're talking the whole time, and there's no jokes about how long they were playing dead or things happening while they were playing dead. To be perfectly honest, it felt like bad fan service. It felt a little bit like the episode of The Simpsons where Bart becomes famous for saying, "I didn't do it," And he's in his classroom and everyone's looking at him and, say the line, Bart. Say it. And that's what it felt like here. It was Watt feeling like her fans were saying that. Make Scaredy play dead, make Scaredy play dead. And it happens in the most half-hearted way possible. I'm going to be honest, I'm not sure who this book is for. If you're a longtime Scaredy Squirrel fan, I think you'll probably want to give it a try and see if you enjoy it more than I did. But for me, having read the other books, it felt like another letdown. And that's really sad because Scaredy Squirrel is one of the great modern children's characters in picture books. And Watt still knows how to tell a Scaredy Squirrel story. The first two in this Nutty Adventure series were great. Scaredy Squirrel Visits the Doctor was great. She still has it. I don't know why it was missing in this particular book. If you want to read it, go borrow it from your public library. And while you're there, maybe borrow one of the other Scaredy Squirrel books that is a little better. On that note, while I'm talking about libraries, if you use and appreciate the services offered by your public library, why not take just 1 minute and tell the powers that be exactly that? Tell your mayor, tell your council member, tell your MP or MLA that you use and appreciate the services offered by your public library. We're at a time where some public libraries are having trouble finding sustainable funding to continue improving the materials, programs, and services they offer. And a few good words in the right ears might make a world of difference. If by some chance you're a library staff member, don't forget, watching my videos counts as professional development time. With that, thanks for listening to me vent my disappointment. By all means, please like, please subscribe, and please check back to see what else I have to talk about from the CowHat Library. Thank you. Bye now.